Hey, it's Mr. K. Let's talk about a few endo and exothermic reactions. So these are the king of endothermic reactions here, endo and exothermic reactions. These are the main ones that we need to know and talk about just freely. Other ones will typically be given to us, but here we go. Photosynthesis. Sun. Bang, bang, bang. Sunlight. So you can see the energy is going into this reaction. So this is an endothermic reaction. And then cellular respiration. Please notice that these two are opposite of each other. You need to recognize that the reactants of photosynthesis are the products of cellular respiration. Also, I have my energy here as ATP. So cellular respiration is an exothermic reaction. Okay. Next up, looking at hydrocarbon combustion. Let's just focus on the first one. We'll talk about the last one in a second. So hydrocarbon combustion, any hydrocarbon burns, making carbon dioxide and water. Now, something you do need to know is that in a combustion, water is going to be released as a gas in what we call an open system. So unless there's some talk about it being overly pressurized, causing that water to go back into its liquid form, in an open system, we're going to get H2O gas. But for photosynthesis and cellular respiration, you need to know it's a liquid. So photosynthesis, water comes in from the rain, absorbed by the roots. And cellular respiration, if that water vaporized, it would probably do a number on our lungs, all that volume of gas. So please know the importance of the different states of matter. Natural reactions, liquid. Hydrocarbon combustion, gas, unless it's a pressurized system. So if it's open, gas. Also, you need to know that combustion is an exothermic reaction. Lastly, coming back to this, all of this energy here, photosynthesis creates glucose in plants. We eat and take apart that glucose. This glucose still is storing energy from the sun. These hydrocarbons are storing energy from the sun. Any and all energy sources from the sun. It's not fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are just past glucose that have been, again, ripped up and burnt and found and dug up. And again, all that energy is originally from the sun. You need to recognize that. Okay. We'll come back to this in our inorganic topics later on, but you could also stand to know the difference between hydrocarbon combustion and incomplete hydrocarbon combustion. The difference is instead of CO2 and H2O, we get partial compounds of carbon being oxidized. So incomplete gives us, instead of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, or just carbon. And please know that just carbon can also be called soot. If there's evidence of soot, that's saying you have carbon, and it's typically hinting at an incomplete combustion. Lastly, and I saw this on the most recent diploma after sitting there for perusal, it's important to know that incomplete combustions provide less energy released than a full, complete hydrocarbon combustion. Okay, so you need to know the reaction of photosynthesis, cellular respiration. You need to know the states of carbon dioxide and water as being gas and liquid. You need to realize that these are opposites. You need to know that photosynthesis is endo, cellular respiration is exo. Going down, you also need to know that hydrocarbon combustion is an exothermic reaction, and that water in this case is a gas, not a liquid in an open system. Okay, and then finally, it might be handy to know that incomplete combustion releases less energy, and one term that they can use to say that is soot, meaning the presence of carbon. Thanks for tuning in.